This is from David. I am so sick of you ranting on about Farage, and he is not there to answer your personal attacks. I bet you haven't got the bleeps or courage to invite him onto your show and have an honest debate. Mate, seriously, tell him, any time at all. In fact, go on YouTube, have a look at what happened last time.
I heard you on Radio 4 saying that you'd submit to a full audit. You've reverse ferreted on that on the grounds that other MEPs don't. So these are the transparency arrangements that all Labour MEPs sign up for. Can you sign up for those today?
Yeah, they don't actually. What they do is they have an auditor
More than you.
make sure they spend the money in accordance with the rules.
Yes.
There are no expenses.
But you say that as if there's something wrong with it. They have an auditor to make sure they spend the money in accordance with the rules.
No expenses. These are allowances, fixed rate allowances, which I've spent in accordance with the rules.
So will you go for the audit that all Labour MEPs go for?
We will make a decision en masse.
Well, yes or no, Nigel, you're in charge.
But
It was 12 years ago, David, and I still haven't had the return fixture. I accepted his challenge to have a debate on my own radio show. I let him in. Do you know what happened? He got dragged out by his own communications officer because it was going so well, David.
I'm sorry, we had an agreement about timing. You've massively...
This is
hang on.
Patrick O'Flynn, UKIP's Director of Communications and former political commentator on the Daily Express.
That's what happens in the media when the grown-ups are playing. Things go really, really well, and your PR man comes into the studio and insists that the interview end immediately.
Henry's family have responded to this in just the most extraordinarily dignified way. But I suggest the rest of us respond to this with pure, cold rage.
I couldn't quite believe my ears when I heard him responding to another murder in this country just a few short years ago.
There is a danger that in the debate about this abduction and murder, and more broadly, how safe women are on the streets, all of which is a valid debate. There's a danger we go way too far in our criticism of men and broaden this out from bad people to men as a group.
Sarah Everard gets murdered, and Nigel Farage urges people not to broaden it out to men getting murdered. Henry Nowak gets murdered, and Nigel Farage immediately broadens it out to all men that look like the murderer. But why would his response to the murder of a white woman by a white policeman be all mealy-mouthed and equable when a white man is murdered by a brown man and the police at the scene could be construed as having... Well, I think they did behave badly in the context of the handcuffing, but suddenly they're racists. What's the aim of these lies, these embellishments, these exaggerations, and these hideous, heinous, unforgivable decisions to ignore the judge, to ignore the pathologist, and to ignore Henry Nowak's family?